Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are joining us from today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday and week so far. I just want to make sure that everybody can see and hear us. So please find the chat and let us know where you guys are joining us from today. While you are doing that, let me just tell you that we have a really awesome workshop plan for you guys today. And we're going to be diving into that in just a few moments. But if this is the first time you're joining one of our digital events, I want to say welcome. We hold our webinars, roundtables, workshops, onboarding days, share some insightful and actionable information with the SEO community, help you make the most of SEO Rankings tools, and hopefully give you some actionable takeaways that will help you increase the traffic to your website. Today, we're going to be talking about optimizing with precision, enhanced data quality, AI insights, and other SEO ranking updates. I can see in the chat that we are indeed can be heard and seen. I see people from Manchester, Istanbul, Vietnam, Stuttgart, Poland, Colorado. Great. Hey, Chris, great to have you with us. My name is Andrew Zarudny, and I'm part of the marketing team over at SEO Ranking. And I'm today joined by Oleg Demishuk from the customer success team. Hi, Oleg.
Yeah, hey.
Pleasure to have you with us. And before we get to the main part of today's course, let me just show you, tell you a couple of more words about SEO Ranking. So we create and develop tools for agencies and in-house professionals that cover every imaginable task in SEO and digital marketing. Up on the screen, you can see that we have a lot of different badges that are recognition from users and independent experts. So we are really excited about this and hoping that we'll only be growing from here. I also want to say to sort of elaborate on what I said about SEO Ranking in the big intro. So specifically, we have the complete SEO tool set from keyword research, backlink analysis, page changes, monitoring, reporting, website audit, you name it, content creation. And we know that in SEO, data that is not quality doesn't mean a lot, doesn't mean anything actually. So we do our best to always keep our algorithms and formulas up to date with regard to all the developments in the world of search engines, SEO, and because we want to help teams succeed easier, we have a lot of collaborative features that help you create and manage accounts and just all the sorts of different activities if you're working with a client or a manager of that account. So everything is in there, and we'll show you some of these things today. Let me go over, and thanks to all the work that we've been putting into the tool for over the last 10 years. And this is largely due to the feedback that we've been getting, because our users are the main driving force behind the tools that we have. So thanks to all of you for trusting us. And we're hoping once again that this number will only grow. Now, before we get to we are almost there. I just want to sort of break down the agenda and set the expectations for today's event. I'm going to give you a quick overview of SEO Ranking, which is going to be roughly about 10 minutes. Then Oleg is going to show you the major updates that we've been working on and proud to release and show to you guys. And I'm also going to show you a bit of the content editor, because I'm mostly from the content team. And last but not least, be sure to stick around and we'll tell you a bit more about the agency catalog that is available with the agency pack. All right. So without further ado, if you have any questions, throw them into the chat. We'll do our best to address them in the moment. If not, we will have a Q&A session. You're welcome to stick around. We will stick around for more than an hour if you guys will keep us company. I think that's it. Just ask our questions. We'll send the replay. You can have everything, watch everything again. All right, so let me switch over to SEO Ranking and show you some of the logic behind working here. As soon as you log into the system, you'll see the dashboard that holds all the information about your projects, which is how we call websites in a SEO Ranking. And here you can see the average information about the specific, like the top 8 or 7 projects that are in the list. There's a lot more, and you can click here to switch to see other information about the average position, traffic forecast, search visibility, traffic percentage, and top. So here we have all the projects that are added to SEO Ranking, and we can see their general information along with certain dynamics that will help us easily at a glance understand what is happening with our projects, and then we can investigate further from there. Besides just having projects, we're all about teamwork. So if you have, I don't know, a client that has a couple of websites, or if you have a manager who's responsible for taking care of several client websites, you're welcome to group them and easily manage them from here. All right. Let me just show you another thing here. On the left-hand side, we have a lot of different tools and options that you can select. Right now, we are hovering over the projects tool. This option is only available if you have a website added as a project in SEO Ranking. So just it's very intuitive. If you click here, add a project, specify the URL, the search engines, the keywords, the competitors. If not, the right in the creation wizard, we have a lot of tips and suggestions that can help you sort of populate those fields on the spot. So like pulling data from the keyword research tool or the competitive research tool right on the spot, you can go ahead and do that. All right, once you have added your project, you'll be able to find it in the list here and start accessing its data. For example, we have the rankings data, which is one of our biggest tools. We're very proud of the data that it has. So here you can find out everything about rankings. We have a different breakdowns of the data to give you a more easier understanding of like a general picture or diving deep into a specific search engine that you're tracking. So once you create a project, you can uncover and get all this data right in the platform. You can also specify the competitors, manually select who you're going up against. You can also investigate other areas where with websites you're competing with. We'll also go into the share of voice today. It's a new metric. We'll also be going into the AI-powered insights tool. I'm not going to be saying anything else at the moment. I'm going to give Oleg the word for it. We have the marketing plan, which is very if you're just starting out with SEO, or maybe you have a client who is new to SEO, you can share the marketing plan to give them an idea of what needs to be done, or you can use it yourself if you're not really sure where to get started in optimizing a website, be it your clients or competitors. No, not a competitors. You can't really do that. Sorry, that just slipped in there. We have the website audit tool, which specifically in this case is linked to your project. We also have another standalone website audit tool that just allows you to analyze any website out there and find out what its technical setup is. We have the page changes monitor that helps you keep track of important pages. For example, you have a competitor who has they're always updating their pricing. You want to keep track of that, or maybe you have a client who has who has a team with a lot of managers with access to the website. Maybe they'll just make a change that you're not aware of. As a manager, as an agency, as an SEO, you want to be aware of all these things. Plus, we have the backlink monitor that allows you to stay on top of every backlink that you build, either organically or through by paying for it. We all know how much effort goes into all of that. So in the backlink monitor, you can make sure that all of your backlinks are still working and they are in fact located on domains with a high domain trust. And we also have the social media, which helps you sort of manage your social media activity within SEO ranking. That is what I wanted to show you in terms of the project-related tools. So specifically, just want to reiterate this, that all of these tools that you can see here can only be accessed if you have a project so that it knows what data to pull on it. We have another area is the research tool, not research tool, but research tools. We have the competitive research tool, which we have actually updated a bit, and Oleg is going to tell you a bit more on what has been reworked in it. Spoiler alert, it has to do with data. Let me just quickly enter a website here and just show you guys. Here you can collect information on the organic and paid activities of any domain. Once again, be it yours, the competitors, the clients, any domain. And you just make sure to specify the search engine and country or region where you want to analyze the data, and just click through all these sections to analyze. You can even compare a couple of comparisons that will unveil a lot more opportunities and insights. We have the keyword research tool. Well, I'm not going to go into it, but you can just simply type in a keyword in there or a search query. It doesn't have to be one word, and you will get all the information about every website that has a ranking for it, an organic and paid search in the given region that you selected. So once again, this is like the most basic things that you need in SEO, just to be able to find out more about domains and keywords, and to help you manage those keywords without spending your account limits, which is very important in these types of SEO tools. We have the keyword manager that allows you to just add a keyword, and you'll be able to try to sort of see if it's now popular, if its search engine volume has changed, and you can jump on it and maybe add it to your own project. And a couple of pretty self-explanatory tools here. We're not going to go into them, but just in case you're wondering, like, this is too much information, we have all of this information in a sort of shorter, more dedicated videos. If you're not into videos, we have articles on our help center. We have the customer success team, which you can access by clicking this icon over here, and you can just ask them a question. All right. Besides the research tools, we have a couple of dedicated sort of research tools, which deserve their own section. This is specifically Backlink Checker and Backlink Gap Analyzer. You just enter a website, once again, any website, and find out everything that is going on with its backlink profile with regards to its referring domains. and backlinks. I'm not going to go into it. Once again, everything can be found online. The backlink gap analyzer is pretty convenient because it just lets you sort of compare the backlink profiles of several websites. You can just take a website ranking a lot higher above your website in the SERPs and just see who their referring domains are and maybe reach out to them. All right, I touched on the website audit tool. This area shows you the website, the standalone version of the website audit tool. Let me just quickly click on it because I know that there's a report in there on, I think, men's health. And then while I'm saying a couple of words, let me just show you like all the data that is in here. You have the breakdown is not only on this page, but here you have the issue report, the crawled pages, sort of just find out and like with the laser focus with a magnifying glass looking at every issue or at every page and just optimizing it from there. We also have a couple of really awesome tools that help you create, have a roadmap for what your future page should look like. It just analyzes all the websites ranking for your specific keyword that you decide that you want to create a page on, and it analyzes all the data for those web pages and shows you the specific demands that you need to fulfill in order for your page to rank well for a specific for the target keyword that you choose. And another tool is allows you, I'm talking about these two tools, the SERP Analyzer and the on-page SEO checker, and the other one allows you to optimize an existing page. So once again, it analyzes all the existing competitors and analyzes your page and tells you how you can improve it easier. We're going to go into the content tool a bit later. I'm not going to stop on it at all here. If you run a brick and mortar store, you have a physical business or you service an area, maybe you're a plumber in an area, be sure to take advantage of the local marketing tool. And it allows you to stay on top of your reviews, make sure that you're included in a lot more directories, national, local, global, depending on how big of a reach you want to get. So yeah, you can see everything on the left-hand side. You can manage reviews, business listings, your GBP profile, make sure it's consistent with the NAP data. So once again, everything, if you have any feedback for any of the tools, we welcome it. And the report builder allows you to create custom reports for any on any SEO data. You can pull data from SEO ranking, from Google, from Matoma Analytics, and we also have give you an opportunity to use Looker Studio reports and dashboards. So be sure to investigate that. And the agency pack is useful for agencies or those working in big teams that require, well, specifically it's for agencies that want to have a bigger name. For example, you can present SEO ranking as your own development. You can have a pop-up on your homepage or any page that you find important, which will sort of invite people to get a free website audit in exchange for their contact details. That's the lead generator for you. We have the users, which I touched on at the very beginning when I said that we have a lot of collaborative features. So the users here, you can create and manage all of your clients or your colleagues. And report builder, which is similar to the report builder that I showed you here, but this one is dedicated to agencies. It has a lot more opportunities for unlimited custom reporting. Yeah, and that is what I wanted to show you. I realized that we've been talking for like almost 10 minutes or maybe even more. I'm going to bring back Oleg. Okay, I don't see any questions at this stage, so let's switch over to the presentation, the part of the presentation where we focus on the updates, the newer stuff that we have in SEO ranking, and I'll be keeping my eye on the chat. Oleg, please, the floor is yours.
Sure. So I will go ahead and share my screen. You can show it, Andrew, from your end.
Yep.
So first of all, wanted to briefly mention our updates in the competitive research and backlink checker tools. So as Andrew already spoiled a bit, these updates are mostly data quality updates. We've heard a lot of feedback, so our team done an extensive research and a lot of work in order to improve some of the data we display in those tools. So for the competitive research, our team worked on the organic traffic estimation and some of the keyword data as search volumes. And also we've expanded the database of the keywords and domains quite a bit. It will take really a lot of time to go into that in more details, but we have a blog posts with all of the details and all of the numbers. So we'll drop a link into the chat, and you can feel free to go ahead and check those updates. And also in the Backlink Checker tool, our team has pretty much reworked the database, which affected the speed of update, and when we catch up some new links. Also, we've made sure not to include the outdated links because, again, we've heard a lot of feedback, and we worked on our mistakes basically, and now the data should be much more accurate and up to date. We will be able to notice new backlinks much faster, and we ensure that no outdated links are in your report and affecting your statistics that we display. Apart from those data quality updates in the backlink checker, we've also added the toxic backlinks metric, which was highly requested by the users as well. It is currently in beta, but from what I've seen, it is pretty accurate at this point already. And we've also added the separate breakdown on of the broken backlinks. And as I've mentioned, the data quality. So yeah, feel free to check the articles for those updates with all of the numbers to get like more details on that. And if you have any questions, drop them in chat. But for now, let's go ahead and proceed to other updates we've had. So let me go ahead and pull up the insights tool that Andrew mentioned as well. So basically, just a brief introduction of what is the tool. It is like your handy AI SEO companion. It gathers all of the raw data we collect in the projects, and some of the data it gets from the Search Console account that you connect to your project. Gathers all of this data and presents you with the list of the insights you may utilize to improve your positions or certain SEO metrics with low effort. So the first of all, there is few detection periods in the tool. We'll cover the last month's period today since it shows much more data than other periods, but in order to get like the most recent and maybe most valuable ones, you should go ahead and explore other detection periods we have. But covering last month's will allow us to show you every insight we offer. So as I've mentioned, it utilizes the Google Search Console integration, so be sure to connect it. And also we have some competitors related insights, so you can go ahead and make sure that you utilize the competitors limit your subscription offers to the fullest. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what we have here. So as you may see, every insight offers us its name and brief explanation of what the data has been taken into consideration. We also offer 2 buttons with recommendations that allow you to get some tip on how to utilize this data best, and an option to view all and check like the more detailed report on this insight, which we will go ahead and do. So the first insight we are covering today is keywords in pages with easy to improve position. What it does, it gathers the keywords you already rank for well enough, and it also takes into consideration their search volumes and possible traffic those keywords can bring you. So here in the detailed view, you will be able to find the page you rank for, the page of your site that is ranking, the keyword, your current position, its search volumes, etc., etc. So you may go ahead, check it out, and maybe find some keywords that you would like to target to get to the higher positions easier. So again, feel free to drop your questions in the chat if you have any. Let's go ahead and dive into the keyword cannibalization insight. So basically, just to clarify, what is keyword cannibalization? Most of you probably know, but just in case. To put it in really simple terms, it's when you have multiple pages of your website ranking for the same keyword. So you basically compete with yourself, which is not really a good sign. So what you have here is the list of your keywords that you're tracking in your project, number of pages that are that has been spotted ranking for this keyword. And you may also expand the list and check which pages were ranking and some of the metrics for them. It seems like we've came in time for the update. So as you may see here, it offers the page trust metric with the referring domains for each page, number of keywords it ranks for in traffic forecast. It is updated within like 14 days. So every 14 days it gets updated as I remember. So probably we came in the wrong time here and it's updated, but let's just go ahead and check what else we have here. So we have the average position of each page, number of impressions and clicks that is imported from the Search Console. And also you have the breakdown of the positions the page had for this tracked keyword during the detection period we've selected. So basically, this data will allow you to identify which page suits the best for the particular keyword and maybe de-optimize the other pages or work a little bit on the optimization of the target page that you'd like to use for this keyword and eliminate the keyword cannibalization issue. So let's go ahead and proceed to the next insight, which is pages with poor quality content. So it seems like we do have some of those pages as well. So basically what this one does is it displays the pages that have the content score that is lower than the average competitors on the SERP for the keyword. So as you may see here, we have few of those reported for our homepage and the keyword SEO. So basically, the content score is calculated based on the SERP for the tracked keyword, and sometimes the page might rank for not really relevant keyword for it, or the one that you do not really target, as in this case, for example, meaning that you pretty much can ignore this one. But if we scroll down the list a little bit, we will be able to see that there are some pages that have lower content score for their target keywords. In this cases, you really want to click on the content score here and run a more detailed analysis in the content editor tool, which will get you a list of recommendations on how you may improve the content of this specific page for the targeted keyword. And apart from that, as you may see on the screen, it also shows the dynamics. So if you see a really negative dynamic, it is really bad as well. It means that some of your competitors are may be working on the optimization of their pages for this keyword, in which case you should probably go ahead and run the report as well to maybe find some opportunities to improve the page's score and possibly its position as well. Yeah. So the next one we have few like very similar insights here with the data from the Search Console. It will be keywords for which impressions or clicks have significantly increased or decreased. And we also have same two insights for the pages. Let's go ahead and check what we offer here. So basically, the data is imported from the Search Console account you've connected. Here you'll be able to see the breakdown of the keywords your website gets impressions for, and you'll be able to easily see the dynamic of the impressions for those keywords and pages that are ranking from your website for this particular keyword. This one allows you to really easily find some great opportunities because looking at it, you'll be able to find that this keyword, for example, does really well, and it is interesting for your potential users or clients because it has more impressions, and the impressions are keep increasing. And at the same time, the other insight we offer here, which shows the keywords with decreased impressions or clicks, shows us the obviously data with the negative dynamic. So you may take a look at those and see that you do not really want to focus this much on this keyword, but would like to maybe do some work on the keywords that have their impressions increasing. I hope it was clear explanation. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. And pretty much the same thing for the pages. So I guess we'll skip those and won't dive deeper into them. But if you would like to see or have any questions on those blocks with the pages, again, feel free to drop it in the chat. And the next insight we'll cover is low CTR top results. One more insight that utilizes the data from the Search Console. So basically, it shows you the list of the keywords you rank for really high, but their click-through rate is much lower than expected for their respective position. So as you may see here, for example, we have a keyword where we rank on the first position, but it has only 1 click and 1% click-through rate, which means that probably our snippets do not attract users or possible clients really well. So you may go ahead and take a look into this and maybe optimize it a bit better to get more clicks on your page in the search results. And the next group of the insights we have are related to your competitors. So the first one is the competitors who jumped to the top 10. What it shows you is the list of the pages where there are the list of the pages that moved within top 10 or recently got in the top 10 positions for the tracked keywords with their position difference, final position on the last day of the specified detection period, their keyword, etc. It also shows you the tag if the page is added as the tracked competitor in my competitors tool. This one allows you to easily spot some of the new players on the SERP, some of the competitors you may have not known about previously. So for example, this one, we see that they jumped from 18th position straight to 5th. So probably they're making some work and you want to take a look into this. And from here, you will be able to also run some more detailed analysis in the SERP analyzer, competitive research, backlink checker, etc., and also add this competitor to tracking into the my competitors tool. Right, and we'll go ahead and check the next one we have. It is related to your competitors as well. Competitors' new keywords, pretty self-explanatory here, shows you the new keywords your tracked competitors started ranking for recently. As you may see here, shows you the keyword itself, its search volume and keyword difficulty, the URL that is ranking, and its position. Again, from here, you will be able to run some more detailed reports to find some more details on the keyword and maybe decide whether you would like to target it or not. And If you would want to target it, you may add it to your project or to the keyword manager list to track it in the future, right? Yeah, and the last one we have in the Insights tool, it's competitors' new pages. Pretty self-explanatory here as well. So basically, shows you the new pages that recently appeared in the SERP from your tracked competitors. So, for example, here you'll be able to see that. Over our specified detection period, we found those new pages with their title, URL that is ranking, keyword that's ranking for, its traffic forecast, and scrolling to the right, you'll be able to see some additional metrics, how many keywords page ranks for, and date of detection when we spotted it. And from here as well, you'll be able to run more detailed reports or visit the page if needed, in case you'd like to maybe see how it looks like and what's the page about, to maybe find some interesting topics for you to target as well and start competing with those competitors. And that would be it about the Insights blog. Maybe you have any questions, feel free to drop them in chat while we're still here, or we can go ahead and proceed to the next tool or metric that we've added, share of voice.
Let me quickly jump in. We have a couple of comments here. So I'll just address the chat that we're going to focus on the comments that are specifically for the Insights, and we'll address in the other ones in the Q&A. But I see all of them. Okay, we have a question from from John. Is there a way to determine how this impacts from an e-commerce perspective when similar products are sold? So I'm guessing you have like keyword cannibalization is a big problem probably for e-commerce sites. Well, right now we're looking at our own domain here. As you can see, it's this ranking, but the Insights are pretty, well, not similar, but they are custom to your specific website, to your competitors. So it will definitely give you an idea of how what you can do to optimize your pages. But from what I know in e-commerce, it's not only the text that works, but you have to have the presentable video, a high quality image, or something that helps you stand out besides the text, because usually the text is something that is very similar across products. But yeah, you can definitely throw that question into the chat, like customer support team. But where I can't really say right now what the impact on e-commerce will be, but all the information is there to guide you through the process. Let me see if we have any other questions specifically on this. Okay, we have a question. I threw into the chat an article about these 11 insights. So if you don't see all of them, Oleg, can you please scroll to the very top and show the good people the detection period?
So as I've mentioned in the very beginning, the insights may vary on the detection period, and the last one is the one that shows the most of them. But yeah, you can feel free to explore, and most of the insights are based on the comparison of this raw data we collect from certain periods, right? So as you may see, most of them are based on the dynamics or something like that, or like new keywords that appeared or new pages. So in some cases, if you have like a really fresh project and you just only started tracking it, we might not have some of the insights to present for you yet, but it will gather the essential data over time, and after some time you'll be able to see all of the 11 of them. But yeah, since it takes like the comparison, it might take like a week or two to get all of them. And as well as the results. Yep.
There's also a question: Can we go back in time? Can we go back further than a month? Not at the moment.
Yeah, not at the moment, unfortunately. But we'll surely take it into consideration and
all these things that you're seeing right now, we're gonna forward them to the development team. Because I for example, Brian has a suggestion about it's when you move between insights, you always have to scroll up and down. yeah, we also sort of thought this was a bit unusual.
Yeah.
So this is something that is going to be finalized, added in the reworks. Let me see. Insights feature. Okay, about the Insights feature, it is only available in the Pro and Business plan and Enterprise plans, so it's not available in the Essential plans. Just want to get that out of the way. And it shouldn't be available only in the US. There was also a question about Romania. Can I do this from Romania? Let me quickly bring this up. Can I use Insights feature for Romania? So what are the limitations? Are there any
Yeah,
limitations?
sure. Basically, most of the insights are based on the like positions in rank tracking and competitors, Google Search Console. I do not have it on top of my head. Maybe you have, Andrew. If the content score is supported on for the Romanian language yet. Unfortunately, it currently supports like a limited number of languages. So that's the only one you might have an issue with. But all of the other insights we've shown, you should be able to get no problem and utilize them to improve your results easily,
Yeah,
despite from.
regarding the content score, we're gonna get to it in a few moments when I want to talk about the content editor. But right now, I'm sort of running a bit ahead of myself. It's in beta in English. In 1 month's time, we're planning a workshop dedicated to this event, to the content editor tool. And once we figure out everything about English, we're working on other languages. Well, the priority is not going to be Romanian like second, but it's going to be like Spanish, French, Italian, German second, and then in the next wave we're gonna target all the other languages, including my own language. So yeah, let me
Yeah,
see.
so that's like the only one. The pages with poor quality content, that's like the only one you may have an issue with if your pages are not like in English or other supported languages. But all of the other insights, you will be able to get the data for. Thank you for your question.
All right, and yeah, the other questions we'll address them during the Q&A right after we finish the main part of the presentation. All right,
Yep.
let's
Thank you,
continue.
Andrew. So then we'll go ahead and check the share of voice metric. You'll be able to find it under my competitors tool. Oops, let me. Yep. So this one was highly requested as well by the users. It is really useful to track. Before we dive deeper into the metrics we display here, let me just go ahead and explain how we calculate it and what the share of voice is for those who don't know maybe. So basically, the share of voice metric represents your percentage of traffic you get from the whole market you target, you work in, right? So what we do is we take all of the keywords you track in your project. We check the SERP for every keyword for each check, right? So we check those SERPs. We take the first 20 top results for every keyword, and we sum up all of their traffic. So the traffic is obviously calculated. Then we sum it up, and the share of voice represents your share of this traffic. So basically, why we take only 20 first 20 competitors is because in our estimation, those websites that rank below 20th position bring little to no traffic in most of the cases, like the organic traffic from the SERP. So to get like more accurate representation, we get on the first 20. But other competitors below first 20 are displayed here under other competitors, and you will be able to as well see their total share of voice and traffic forecast. So basically, what we have here in this section, you'll be able to first of all specify what keywords you would like to take into consideration for this calculation here. So, for example, you'd like to see your share of voice only for some like really specific keywords, like your main keywords, right? You'll be able to check them here, and it will filter out the data. Which is pretty convenient. You can also sort it by groups and tags, and you see the total traffic forecast from all of the pages that are taken into consideration. So that's our whole traffic. Then you have your website's share of voice in this market, your website's traffic forecast, number of your URLs in top 20 for the selected keywords, and number of the keywords you have been found in top 20 from the selected ones. And yeah, we have the dashboard with these top 20 domains that make up for the most of your market. For every domain, you'll be able to expand the list of data URLs that are ranking and see their individual share of voice and traffic forecast. And as well as with the URLs, you'll also be able to expand the list of keywords and easily see what keywords rank for with their respective pages, and individual share of voice and traffic forecast for every keyword. From here, also, you'll be able to maybe set up some of the pages to be ignored if you have some of like really big competitors that you do not want to affect this calculation. And you may also add the competitors to your project to the My Competitors tool for tracking their positions. And this is it as for the share of voice metric. Okay, so I'll go ahead and check some of the questions we have here in the chat. So regarding the share of voice, this one is currently not available on all of the accounts. It is like kind of in a beta still. So our team will be opening this feature to the users like after some time. So some of you may already have it, some of you may not. We are sorry for that, but it might take some time for it to appear in your project. So don't worry, should be able to get it soon. And what else do we have here? Let's see. Is the share of voice metric going to be available through the Looker Studio integration? Unfortunately, for now, it is not available in the GLS integration yet. But again, we'll surely forward this one to the team as well, and we'll take it into consideration too. So as for the subscription plans, it will be available on, I do not have it right now on the top of my head as well, but if you don't mind dropping a message into our live chat to the support team, they'll surely check on this with our team in more details, and we'll be able to provide you with the accurate answer on that, because yeah. So any other questions? Yeah, so we have one, is it possible to add a URLs in top 5 tab? So currently we only have the top 20, as you may have noticed on the presentation. But again, surely we'll forward this one to the team. So the reason we only show the top 20, as I've mentioned, top 20 URLs are the ones that are taken into consideration when calculating this market share. Yep. And we also have one question regarding the integration with the Google Business Profile. If you mind clarifying if you mean like the share of voice metric specifically, or just the integration with integrating the Google Business Profile. if you are referring just to an integration, we actually do have a tool for that. It is a local marketing add-on. So you'll be able to find it on the left-hand side taskbar under local marketing. So feel free to check it out. Yep. And looks like we have Andrew back. Hello.
Yeah, I'm back, guys. Sorry, something went wrong with my computer. I just want to know how many questions did you cover, or which questions did you cover, so that I don't
I
duplicate.
believe I covered all of them.
Oh,
If I missed some of your questions, I'm terribly sorry for that, and feel free to drop them in chat again, please.
oh, sorry for the inconvenience, everybody. All right, so I wanted to show you the content editor. Hopefully everything is working fine now. But the main idea is like, okay, we're going to have the dedicated event to it. And while the tool is doing a certain preparation, I'll tell you a bit more. So for example, I want to write an article about best SEO tools for rank tracking. I'm happy with the setup. I want it to be targeted for the US. Let's copy this and use the same name for the article title. Here you can specify additional information for like a URL that you're competing with, or maybe your own URL, and the system will take that into account when creating the content brief. So I'm not going to go into anything from here. I just want to use the most basic setup to show you guys the least amount of work you can do to get results. So once again, as this process is taking place, I want to invite everybody to the workshop devoted to the content editor tool that is going to happen in June, where we're going to break down every possible option of working with the tool, dive into the content brief setup with all the details, show you how to create an article step by step using the AI writer, how to create it in a single click, which I'm going to show you today. And then we're going to, in a month's time, I'm going to show you as well how to optimize the content that is generated or written by a copywriter. So yeah, it's a lot of very exciting stuff. We've been working on this for like, I think 2 months together with the developers and the content team. We've been reading the stuff that has been generating and giving it feedback to the structure, to, I don't know, links, images, so everything that we expect to a good piece of content to have. Obviously, the human touch needs to go into this process, at least to a certain extent, depending on, once again, on the quality of results that you want to give. Here we go. There we go. So the best SEO rank tracker, SEO tools for rank tracking are listed here. The system automatically decides who the competitors are. You can go through the data. Go through the data provided here to make sure that this is indeed a web page that serves the same user intent as the one that you're creating an article for. A good indicator for this is the number of words, but from all the results that I can see here, they have a lot of words in there, so they're probably what we're looking for. And this is good. These are good websites to compete with. We can explore more competitors, deactivate them if we don't like them. Everything is up to us. Then the system analyzes all the competitors that you've selected in the previous step and suggests values for the volume of the content that you're creating in terms of words, headings, paragraphs, and images. If you know what you're doing, if you did more homework than the tool, you're welcome to change these values, make sure that they don't affect the score, and so on. So we give you an opportunity to use the guidance of the tool, of the system, or use your own knowledge. And in terms of the terms to use are the keywords that you need to place on your page. So once again, the system provides you with a list of 500 keywords that are related to the topic. You can go through the list. You can organize columns, sort columns by ascending or descending order to find, I don't know, maybe keywords with a popular search volume, just to make sure that you're covering them. You can customize the values of the recommended count, which is also taken into account with regard to your competitors' usage of these keywords. So this is pretty self-explanatory, but there's a lot of the data that goes into it. Make sure to ask your SEO or content editor if they're different people. They could be a one person doing two things in your case. We also have a section for links because we know how important it is to boost the profile, the authority of any content, any web page that is created. You can use external links or internal links from your own website to boost that authority and spread that link juice. You're welcome to add your own links if you're not happy with what the system suggests, because it suggests external links. Internal links are coming as well. If you add a project, then internal links would be pulled up and featured here as well, but this is coming in the near future. We also analyze your competitors just to make sure that we're covering all grounds. The same goes for questions. You want to make sure that you're covering your topic extensively, or maybe you want to have a Q&A, sorry, not a Q&A, but an FAQ section at the very end, just to cover a lot more questions and just make sure that Google knows that this web page addresses an issue. And an important thing when creating an article is having a structure for it. Here we give you the total liberty to create one from scratch using your own knowledge. Just write something manually yourself. You can investigate what your competitors are doing. As you can see, all the competitors are here. You can click on every one of them and see their structure. If you like their structure, you can just click on these on the plus icon, and it will be added to the My Heading section. It will be featured right here. I don't want to add it right now because I don't want to remove it later on, because I will be using the AI writer for this. And we don't want a topic. We want headings and subheadings for the best SEO tools for rank tracking, conversational. There we have a couple of options here, how we want to phrase it. I'm happy with the conversational tone of voice. So here we're asking the AI to help us create the structure for this future article that we're working on. Once again, this is the shortest way to do this. We go through the list, make sure that it's covering everything that we wanted to cover. Sure, I'm happy. I see that these are all actual brands, actual SEO tools. And now it says that we have successfully added these headings. All right, as we can see, they're all already broken down by by headings hierarchy, and it's a pretty extensive article. Anyway, at the very last, we have the opportunity for the SEO to specify the metadata, so the title, description, the URL slug for the future article, and leave any notes if you have maybe a suggestion or some sort of you want to ask a favor. All right, let's go to the content editor itself and see the stuff that we wanted to show you guys. So once the content brief is set up, we can see that the tool is expecting us to start writing something in the text box, in the text field. And on the right-hand side, we can already see all the improvements that need to be made. So we don't have any words here. There's no text to analyze the quality. We can review the outline, and once again, use the AI writer to create certain sections of the text. We don't necessarily need to go for the entire article in one go, but that is an option. Once again, you'll see a lot of different stuff. We will investigate them in the content editor workshop next month. But right now, all I'm going to do is just click this button. Once again, I have a couple of more minutes to spend with you to sort of tell you about the tool. So the biggest part of where it stands out with regard to other AI generator tool text generators out there like ChatGPT is that we make sure that the text is optimized for search engines, so that it includes all the right keywords. It's not just having mumbo jumbo in there, just beautiful words like comprehensive, realm, and stuff like that. So it makes sure that that each paragraph brings value, that the structure. So I mean, I can go so much into it, but in actuality, I'd love for you guys to try it out and see what results you get. Once again, we're always asking you for feedback. Once this article gets generated, we'll also ask you for feedback, and you can let us know how long it took you to bring this article into its final form, to use the table on the right-hand side, the couple of tables that we have here, to sort of optimize it. Another thing that you don't necessarily need to work in SEO ranking to do this. You can export the article and work in a Google Docs file externally, because that is a more convenient environment for content creation. Yeah, I'm hoping it's yeah, you guys saw the heading structure, so it's a pretty extensive heading, and the tool is doing its best to create an article for to cover all those headings. And it doesn't limit to like a certain number of words. It just sort of goes out of its way to make sure that it covers that the generated article covers everything extensively to and it brings value. And just sort of a teaser for those of you who are going to join us next month is that you have plenty of options to customize every step, personalize every step along the way, tell the tool, no, I want this, I want that. So be sure to join us for that. I am going to, oh, there it is. now we have the article. It's already thinking about 2024. I didn't ask it to write 2024. That's what it has, the key takeaways, which I find personally very useful for scanning, because at the end of the day, it's not about reading an article from head to toe. It's about quickly finding the information that you need. So that is what the tool is trying to do. So that is what I wanted to show you in terms of the content editor. Let me see if there are any additional questions, or like maybe you noticed some questions in there. Yeah, that is basically, I realized that there was so much going on, and these tools want to share so much, and 1 hour is just really packed into it. So if you have any questions, we can stay and discuss some of the tools that we have that we've discussed here before, or Oleg, I'm not sure if you answered all the questions that are related to other tools like the local marketing tool, exporting files from Google Sheets, because I saw these questions in there as well. Let me know.
Yeah, so there was the one about the local marketing. I believe I've answered it. So yeah, it's for the Pixel Freaks agency. Yeah, so we do have the tool you're looking for. You'll be able to find it under the local marketing. As I've mentioned, it allows you to connect your Google My Business profile and track your results, do some audits, maybe even edit something. Like there are a bunch of tools for that, so feel free to explore. And yeah, so
yeah, I found a question that was not answered. I see that it's a return customer, if you will. So Farhan is asking about the content score, how important it is for SEO, and how does it compare to the on-page SEO score. Also, how is it possible that the content score becomes lower when improving content? I can address a couple of these issues if you don't mind, Oleg. So these scores are updated. Like I think it's like a 2-week period, depending on the tool where you're looking at. Because in the rank tracker, we specifically pull up information on the content score to let you know why the specific web page is ranking at this position, and to sort of answer that question more easily, we have the content score right there, and we update it, I think, once every 2 weeks. The reason why your content score may be dropping is because your competitors are doing something. Nobody exists in a vacuum, and you just have to make sure that your competitors didn't optimize a similar page, because the system doesn't just give you a bad score. It always takes into account the existing SERP, the players on it, and it analyzes their standings to make sure that you're doing a bit of a better job to at least have a chance of ranking on page 1. I'm not even sure if we can say page 1 right now, because all I see is a continuous scroll on Google right now. So we're going to be saying, let's say position 10. Top 10 positions are page 1. I think so. Yeah, compare all these scores are very similar, just that they can be updated with different triggers. So in the rank tracker, it gets updated on its own. But if you just create something on your own and you don't have you're not using the rank tracker, you just go to the content editor, create something, it may give you a different score because it's not analyzing your entirety. I see the request from Adam to increase the limits. We're gonna send everything to our development team. All right, I see another question is from Willem Hutekamer. What is the effect of Google reviews on Google ranking of specific pages? So that has more to do with the local marketing tool, as far as I can tell. And Google reviews, I think they're just generally apply to your profile, your Google business profile. So it doesn't affect specific pages. It affects us just generally your entire presence in search. So you definitely, it just works specifically in parallel. No page is linked to like a successful Google review, because when you Google a brand, you can straight away see what your reviews are, what the average score is. And the local marketing tool, you can easily manage bad reviews. For example, you can bring up reviews that have a certain keyword, or they have like a 1 or 2 star rating, and you just make sure to jump and address those problems, those issues straight away. That is my advice. So what is the effect? The effect will be positive on general on your website. Let me see what the other one is. I'm not sure what this tool is referring to in this case. I think it because of the time posted, it's the content editor. Yeah, so the EEAT did not go anywhere, and you definitely need to show your expertise and experience as an author in there. That is definitely going to get you positive points. Well, you can once again, if you join us for the content editor next month, there's a point where you can specify what this article, what this paragraph needs to be about. We have a section called talking points, so you can within there let the tool know, like, oh, in my experience, I did that, and see what the AI generates for you. But still, at the end of the day, you have to sort of refine it because Google is coming down on AI generated text, so it's tricky to get it to think that it is actually written by a person. But we're all still just sort of feeling the ground, feeling the waters for this. Let's see if we, let me see, just bring up the next question. It'd be better if we could build an official SEO ranking custom GPT. That could be. But you know how it goes. We're trying to get an ecosystem of our own tools. What plans is the content editor available for? I think it's available. Do you know this specifically?
Yeah, it's so the content editor comes with an add-on. So we do offer some trial limits on all of the plans, but in order to like get more limits, there is a separate subscription for the content marketing add-on, which is available for purchase on any up-to-date subscription plan. So yeah, it is like purchased separately from the base plan, let's say.
Yeah, I think it has customizable limits. So just depending on what your needs, you can start off with this, like, I don't know, a couple of articles a month, just for like $20, I think, or something like that.
It starts from 15 articles, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but you can purchase the add-on on any plan, right?
Okay, we have a question. What if we want to write a content for a one-pager? That is also something that you can do. You can, let me just quickly go back to the tool. And for example, I can click here and
Sorry, Andrew, you're not
oh,
sharing the
sorry,
screen
I'm
yet.
sorry.
Yeah.
Let me quickly bring back my screen. Sorry, yeah. So I just typed in a / and it brings up the AI writer, and I can ask the AI to just like write the first paragraph of the one pager on this. Write the second paragraph. So you can ask it to create stuff like that for sure, but it is focused on creating articles in one click. So something for the blog. If you would just want to have, I don't know, product description, that is also something you can do. You can just go to the AI writer, like as you can see on my screen right now, it is selected, and I want to write a paragraph. No, let's say the topic is going to be something else, and the heading is going to be something third, something second, and here I need to specify, okay, it's a product description. So it would be just a heading, a subheading, and a product description, and you can just pull it up from here and publish on your website. Yeah, so everything you can create all sorts of content using this. Yeah, and also you can besides just doing this, you probably want guidance in terms of like the user intent. So as you're typing in the keyword in the very first step, make sure that you're selecting the right competitors so that the web pages that you're competing with are similar. So yeah, that's definitely going to help create going to help the system understand what type of content you're going for. We have another question. This one is more about SEO. So I wouldn't ask this question here. I mean, I could give you an answer, but like we are first and utmost an SEO platform, so we develop the tools, but we can do suggestions, but we're not an agency. What I can tell you is that I wouldn't suggest buying anything. I would suggest encouraging your happy customers to leave a review. This is the most popular way. You can promise them something in return, maybe pre-populate the text that you want them to post because they're almost there. They're happy. They gave you maybe, I got a 5-star rating, didn't write any text. You can write them an email asking them, hey, could you please publish this? I can tell you that as a happy customer myself, I've done this for numerous businesses when I'm really happy. Another question that we have is from Pat regarding the keyword rank tracker. Is it possible to create tags or notes for groups? I know that you can create tags and notes for individual keywords, but is it possible for group keywords?
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, not for groups at the moment, but again, I'll surely bring it up to the team for the discussion.
Yeah,
So for now,
sorry.
as stated in the comments, we allow to add tags or nodes to the individual keywords, but not for the keyword groups. But that's something worth getting another feature request list. So
yeah,
I'll make sure
once
to
again,
add
we're
it.
going to pull this entire chat and send the suggestions and your guys' comments to our development team, because once again, this is how we know what to create. We're not just, like pointing our finger out of the blue, or just everything is guided by you. I have another question from Christian, but this is something that I can only answer next month, because we're in the process of connecting all the different analytics to our content. I can just show you right now a field. So let me just quickly bring up my screen. But this is like, don't tell anybody I showed you this. As you can see, we have like the NA here option, right? It says the URL is not specified in the article. Specify the URL of the existing article to get specified. So once I specify that, I can also get more information on its like analytics. It's not in here right now because we've only been presented by the developers. That's why we didn't want to show you guys too much right now. But in a month's time, you can actually see the analytics on your articles right within the tool. So what we need for this is to add Google services and specify the URL of the article that you publish once you publish it using the content editor, and you can just easily keep track of all the information here. Let's see. So let me just quickly bring it up again, just to answer, because it has a couple of parts to it. So regarding the readability, there is a specific score that we also have in here. Let me quickly go back to a tool, and we have the quality score, quality sort of column that focuses on this specifically, because improvements is all about SEO. Here we focus on making sure that text is readable. You can check it for plagiarism. Make sure that it doesn't have a lot of stop keywords, grammatical mistakes, punctuation mistakes. So this is another check that goes into here. With regards to readability, yeah, you just have to sort of guide yourself through. But I mean, it's a combination of things. It's not just as simple, because you want to make sure that you have all these keywords for sure in there. So this is like when you start doing the content editing, basically, depending on which stage of the process you're in. Because I typically write articles. I have a structure of headings, and then I just start writing the headings one by one, and then the headings, but the paragraphs one by one, and then at the very end, I just throw in all the keywords just to make sure that I maybe didn't miss anything, because I don't want to just stuff my text with keywords. But these are all different approaches. I mean, everybody has a different approach to it. And in terms of measuring the success and performance of generated content, so that's the content score. It takes into account the current websites that are doing very well. They're ranking in the first position. And so there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, I wish I could just explain it in a single in a sentence, but we analyze competitors, Google best practices, updates, images within text, links within a text. So it's a very live, like an organism that is always always changing. So you have to go back and check how your content score is doing, because once again, your pages do not exist in a vacuum. Best way to get rid of toxic backlinks, probably disavow them. But we talked about disavow not being in there. So right, I think it's reaching out. Like the best way is reach out, say, okay, remove my link. That is the best way, I think. Or like in previously, you can ask Google to do that. Let's see if we have any other questions. Yeah, there's sorry, I read the question before bringing it up on the screen. Is it possible to create a tone of voice? You mean like your own custom tone of voice? Not now, but you can ask us to investigate that, because the stuff that I was showing you here, at the end of the day, you can create a lot more tones of voice. This was just a very simple setup, but if you go through the AI creator, like the one-click, not the one-click, but the step-by-step article generation, that's where you can specify these things. Let me see. I hope I did not miss any questions. If I did, there's a lot of questions that are focused now on the content editor. So please come back next month, and we'll be happy to show you the new and improved tool. Yeah, I think no problem. Oh yeah, how do you? Okay, we have a question. How do you make custom notes on the rankings timeline?
So yeah, the keyword notes. You'll be able to do it here. So it's basically under the. Can you see me? Yeah, you can see my screen. So it's under the rankings, the detailed rankings. You can click on the keyword node, specify the keyword you'd like to add your custom text, enter the URL if needed, and maybe click on some date where you would like it to be shown on the graph, and here it is. So yeah, you can do it here on the detailed overview of the rankings tool. Hopefully
Awesome.
this answers.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Metaverse marketer to please duplicate your question into the chat. I'm not finding it. And while you're doing that, we have another question. What if I already have a written article and I want only some suggestions how to improve it? Could you just, are you already in the rankings module? So can you find the content score of any article within there and
Let's
just
see.
and answer? Maybe it's in the columns.
Oops. Yeah, it should be under the columns. Yep, let me go ahead and it seems to not have any, but I assume you wanted to show that you can add the URL to the article. So
It's not specifically you. I already have an existing URL, and I only want suggestions. So
right.
ideally, here you would have the under content score. You would have the content score. Maybe you could just find
Yeah, let's go to
get another project. Pull up another project.
that surely has it. Let's see what we have here. Let's open the. Yep.
Okay. So for example, yeah, click on that one. Yeah, you can. Sorry, I already sort of took over the conversation here, but this is where you can see suggestions on what needs to be improved, or you can run a detailed analysis, which will suggest even further using your existing content what needs to be improved in there. This is just one area, or you can go to the on-page SEO checker tool and input your data in there, and also have a similar process that will specifically focuses on optimizing a single web page.
Right. So yeah, as Andrew said, again, you can go from the detailed, clicking on the content score if you already have this keyword, this page ranking for some of the keywords you track. It will give you here like some quick actions that you may do, or the detailed analysis, or the research. Sorry, not the research, audit, and you can run an on-page SEO checker. Yep. So this is it, I guess. Any?
When will it be possible to cluster filter and competitive research on URLs or page types? Once again, I think this is going to be referred to our development team so that they know at least that is something that you guys are expecting. Thank you, Elon. Okay, another one is, sorry, not this one. I wanted to show this one. How often are updates done to correct the search volume details within the detailed rankings report?
Yeah, so I can answer. So the first time we check the search volume for the keywords is when you add those keywords for tracking. And as far as I'm aware, unfortunately, we do not recheck it automatically. We do give you an option to run a recheck of the search volume every 30 days. So you can do it by going to detailed rankings, recheck data, and recheck search volume. So we allow to recheck it once in 30 days, as it is specifically in the rankings. We get the data directly from the keyword planner, and since it's updated once in a month in the keyword planner, we allow you to update it manually once in 30 days. Hope this answers, and thank you for your question.
Yeah, and since we're already on the rankings page, just show the good people where is the chart where you can see the notes. It's right. It's right at the bottom. Yeah. So just this is the chart that we're referring to. Show toggle.
Yeah.
Show toggle. That's the That's the chart that I'm referring to.
So the notes you add, or the ones that are automatically added, like with the Google updates, will be displayed on every chart we show under the detailed rankings. So all of them, like average position, traffic forecast, etc., etc. And yeah, again, if we go ahead and really quickly add a note here with some text, you'll see that it appears on the chart here, and it will be added to all of those on the detailed rankings.
All right. Thank you, everybody. So I realize that there's been so much. We hope you're still with us. Well, obviously not all of you, because it's been an hour and a half. But be sure to review the replay. And if you have any questions, do come up. Please reach out to our support team. We'll be happy to work through any issues that may persist or maybe may happen on your account. I just want to invite everybody to try SEO ranking if you haven't yet, and join the over 1 million SEO pros who've tried SEO ranking. I also want to say that if you work at an agency, we have an agency pack that provides you with information, with the white label feature, lead generator, that I talked about at the very beginning. And as a special bonus, if you do get the agency pack, we will automatically add your agency to our agency catalog, which is visible to our client base, and we promote your agency services across the areas where you're working. So be sure to check that out. We have a small screenshot on the right hand side of the screen, what it sort of looks like. It's a summary of your page. You can click through, get more information on your agency, click even further through, and reach out to you for your quota or services. So be sure to check that out. Another thing is, if you have any questions about SEO or SEO ranking, and the customer support chat is not able to help you for some reason or another, please reach out to us via the community on Meta. And besides just talking about SEO and SEO ranking, we also have some giveaways, questionnaires, surveys, and you have an opportunity to talk with your peers and like-minded people to sort of, discuss everything in general, and SEO and SEO ranking too. Also, we have a monthly podcast hosted by yours truly. We roll out episodes where we talk with SEO and digital marketing experts on all sorts of topics. And we also have a sub podcast in there where we talk to agency leaders and discuss their sort of journey through, as an SEO agency, starting from the very beginning, from their early days to where they are now, their plans for the future. So if you're interested in learning more about agency life, be sure to check that out as well. All right, and last but not least, this is the very last slide. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and X. I was going to say Facebook and Twitter, but it's Meta and X now. And LinkedIn is holding on for the moment. And on YouTube, we have loads of materials, including this webinar. You can review it, workshop. You can usually review it there. If not, we also have the SEO Ranking Academy, where we talk about our tools and SEO through a more structured process, going through not just a webinar, but like a process with experts also involved in there. Once again, thank you. Keep an eye on your inbox for the replay. And let us know if what you think of these new tools and these updates. And we'll be happy to continue this conversation in the future. Wishing everybody higher rankings, nothing but success in the SEO field, and at least a couple of weeks off from Google's updates.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today, guys.
Over 1 million SEO pros have tried SEO ranking, and here's why.
Very complete SEO software for growing my agency.
Robust SEO features, accurate data, and exceptional customer support.
Advanced SEO marketing tool for the most demanding clients.
Your streamlined SEO experience is our top priority. Find and fix technical issues on your website. Analyze the performance of your competitors in search. Generate SEO optimized content to outrank rivals. Build a solid backlink profile with insights. Check in on your rankings to track progress. You can have all of this and more without breaking the bank. Very likely the best alternative to SEMrush and Ahrefs. So why are you still overpaying for SEO? Join the SEO ranking family today.